grandparents. And my grandparents, I'm really lucky. I had of all the gifts that God gave me, my family was the biggest. I had a family with people that really loved me. Sometimes it was tough love, but a whole lot of love and massive characters and great storytellers. And none bigger than my grandmother, who lived next door, who would say there were two kinds of music, country and Western. When I told her in the 5th grade that I liked Michael Jackson, it was like I had said that I was worshiping the devil. Now, years later, we found out that might have been somewhat true. But as a 5th grader, it was just Thriller was going on. She was so disgusted by that I would listen to music that wasn't country or Western. And she, she grew up in the Depression, so she wouldn't waste anything. There's a line in this song that says she cut the mold off cantaloupe and cheese. She really did. And I used to be scared to eat Thanksgiving dinner because the worst food poisoning I've ever had was at a Thanksgiving that my grandma made. So anyways, all these reasons I'm giving you, I miss this woman. She's been gone now almost 20 years. And but she's always with me because she's such a massive character. And just said so many things in my life that have stuck with me. I'll never forget. She was always afraid that I was either going to get into drugs or get pregnant. Those were her two fears. Pregnant, man, she had no worries about that. It would have been worse had she known that there was nothing to worry about. But drugs, she was so scared I was going to get into drugs. And I remember being probably, 13 maybe, and I was sitting I remember I was sitting on my knees in her living room. She was sitting at her kitchen table, which was in the same room, smoking a cigarette and drinking a Pepsi. And on the screen pops up young Merle Haggard. Now, I had only seen older Merle Haggard. And not that there's anything wrong with older Merle Haggard, but young Merle Haggard, it was like James Dean. And I turned around and I said, Grandma, Merle Haggard was so good looking. And I remember she took a drag of her cigarette and she's like, that right there's what drugs will get you. So I thought if you did drugs, you were old overnight. Kept me from drugs for a long time. So anyways, I was listening to Merle Haggard, or The Good Times Really Over for Good, back right when I was getting ready to make this new record. And it really got me thinking about my grandma. And I wanted to write a song to honor her memory. And so this is it. And it's appropriate to laugh. If you want to laugh, you're not going to offend me. She would love that you're laughing. From somewhere, she is smoking a cigarette and loving that I've not only written a song about her, but that I tell these stories about her. So thank you for listening. She smoked in the house, burned holes in the couch, lipstick circled butts in the ashtray. She saved in Folgers cans, swore credit was a scam, bought everything at Sears on layaway. She was Ford over a Chevy, Pepsi over Coke, country or Western, Owens, Jones. That kitchen radio was playing loud. She smoked in the house, wouldn't throw nothing out. She cut the mold off cantaloupe and cheese. The farmer's almanac told her when to plant petunias, potatoes, and peas. She was never take a handout, always stand up for the flag. Country and Western, Loretta and Hag. That kitchen radio was singing loud. And I hate cigarettes, but I miss all that smoke that my grandma blew back when I grew up with her and that radio. She smoked in the house, she'd laugh and crush one out, light another, put coffee in her crate. And it's 1984, and I'm asking for one more story when I see her in my dream.